Hey everybody, this is Dave up here at Echo Farm in Lineborough, New Hampshire. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about supplemental lighting, aka my fascination with lanterns. Now, I also have some Coleman lanterns, which I don't have out here. I don't really use them for what I was doing tonight. But it's 12 degrees outside, and I was bringing some wood into the house, and kind of out in my breezeway here, I have a little mini wood stack that I have to go get out of my woodshed. And that way I don't have to run outside in the middle of the night to refill the wood stove. But I'm going to talk to you here about these two kerosene lanterns. And real quickly, I'll mention the electric lantern. The electric lantern, 9 times out of 10, when I go up to my woodshed, I'm just grabbing a couple pieces of wood. I keep this lantern out in there because I can just turn it on and off with a switch. Instant on, instant off. And I probably got to change the batteries once a year. And it's been dropped, it's fallen over, and I really only paid $20 for it over at a discount store. So it's got a lot of use, and if it wasn't 12 degrees outside, it would be significantly brighter. The batteries are going dead, and those things, together with the cold temperature and just how this thing works, I think it doesn't give as much light when it's extremely cold outside. Now, on the other hand, these two kerosene lanterns work great in the cold. The one on the left is a cheap generic lantern I either bought at Dick's or Ocean State Job Lot or perhaps Walmart. It was a very inexpensive knockoff of a Dietz lantern. You notice the globe is taller. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. And over here to the right of that, we have this blue Dietz little wizard lantern, which is your traditional kerosene lantern. And I happen to pick this one up at a tag sale. I think I paid $5 for it at a tag sale. I got 2 of them. And you'll notice how bright it is. And here's how these things work. When you light the wick, it heats up and it goes up to the top up here. And warm air flows down these tubes and heats up the kerosene inside the tank. Same how this one works. If you notice how this one's taller. That's actually a Dietz design, even though this is a knockoff. And the idea behind the taller lamp is if you're at a higher altitude where liquids boil at a lower temperature, it would still provide an amount of light, but it wouldn't overheat. I'm 900 feet above sea level. That's not what they meant by a high altitude. That's probably for somebody out in the Rocky Mountains or out, someplace like Denver or the Rocky Mountains where they're significantly above sea level. Maybe if I was up in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, I might need that, but I really don't need the taller globe here. The Dietz lantern will work fine. Now here's the thing. The cheap lantern here on the left, the red one, versus the Dietz lantern, I went on the internet, looked for Dietz little wizard lanterns with the original design. I'll put a link to where I found them. They're not that much more expensive. And you can see the wick's a little bit bigger. It's running a little bit brighter. It's got a little bit of a bigger tank. And if you're like 99% of Americans, you don't need the taller globe, so you're going to get better light out of the shorter globe on that lantern there. So that's, these kerosene lanterns, they've been around for a long time. They can get a little bit of a bad rap. People think that's what caused the Chicago fire when the cow knocked over the lantern. I can almost guarantee you it was not a Dietz-style kerosene lantern. Reason is, and I won't actually do it here, they're designed to be self-extinguishing. If you knock it over onto its side, the lantern is designed to go out. Same with the knockoffs. I think that's a federal law that goes back a significant number of years now. Also, too, one thing I've read about people doing on the internet is they have put things other than kerosene or lamp oil. So you want the cleanest burning kerosene you can get, and it's kerosene-based lamp oil. There's K1 kerosene. I would not probably put diesel fuel in these. They'd burn very smoky, and they'd give off a strong odor. They do have a slight odor now, but they give off a much stronger odor. I read about people putting naphtha in these. I think that's a misconception because I think they call kerosene naphtha in England, but I could be wrong that they call it that in the United Kingdom. If you put naphtha in these, they will explode. Also, they're not Coleman lanterns. So don't put gasoline in them and don't put Coleman fuel in them. They will explode. They will cause a fire. It will be bad. So stick with things that are proved to burn in kerosene lanterns there. All right, thanks everybody. A little quick intro to my kerosene lanterns here. Thanks everyone and have a great day.